A genuine leader. The male Sigma possesses all the necessary traits to become an alpha, but he chooses his freedom than being bound to the position of authority. He prefers to work alone, but even if he ends up in a leadership position, he doesn't stay in that position for very long because he doesn't like being constrained by any social structure. His key advantages are that he doesn't need to make a point and that he doesn't needlessly stir up controversy. Lover of freedom. A Sigma guy cannot adhere to the standards that an alpha male values, and he makes no effort to do so. This is because Sigma males respect their freedom above all else. It's not necessarily that he has anything against the leadership of the alpha man. Mysterious kind. The male Sigma is extremely enigmatic and rarely speaks. He periodically displays his powerful personality before withdrawing into his world. Women are intrigued by this conduct and have a strong desire for these males. Solo player. The Sigma guy doesn't always play well with others. He instead establishes his standards and takes his course. He decides the game to play and what the rules will be. He distinguishes himself from the rest of the group in this way. However, this does not exclude him from collaborating with others when necessary. Sigma men can do remarkable things in business or relationships. Watcher. He can perceive things well. He is a better judge of circumstances and people because of his keen observation, which frequently results in comprehensive analysis. He still makes mistakes, but he learns from them more quickly than some other men. This does not imply that he never makes mistakes. Rebel. The male Sigma is a rule breaker who defies convention. The Sigma male likes to exercise authority by defying conventions, whereas the alpha male seeks to do so by establishing them. Not because they dislike alpha males in any way, but rather because they have little regard for the rules of hierarchy. Independence and self-reliance. The male Sigma is autonomous and self-sufficient. He may have many friends, both male and female, but the only person he needs to validate him is himself. He does not depend on the strength of others to motivate him. The Sigma male is at ease on his alone, and his confidence comes from inside, unlike the alpha male who needs a herd to exert his dominance over. Inquisitiveness. The male Sigma is a very inquisitive person. He is constantly seeking out new knowledge and experiences. He is constantly on the lookout for new ideas and information because of his insatiable curiosity. To his admirers, this may be a highly alluring quality. He tends to be a bit of a rebel and iconoclast. A Sigma male is an introverted alpha male. He has his value system and his own goals, and he doesn't back down for anybody. The challenge in a relationship is that he can be stubborn, however, the upside is that you'll always know where he stands. Sigma males are extremely hard workers who don't crave authority or approval. They know what they want and they go for it. Living outside of the social hierarchy greatly limits a Sigma male's desire to follow leaders. Nonconformist is also an appropriate word. He doesn't like to be the center of attention. Sigma males always have some project or personal thing they are working on. They don't like to be the center of attention at work or home. Sigmas aren't necessarily antisocial or some label like that. It's just that they enjoy having time with themselves or one-on-one and they don't want to be swarmed by crowds and lots of the limelight. He may enjoy meeting your friends or going out to the occasional pub or concert, but in general, he's going to want his space and want to do his own thing. If you want a guy who will be your sidekick most of the time, then a Sigma is not your man. The Sigma prefers to stand back to the side a little bit and scope situations out. He doesn't want to dive headfirst into social situations that come his way or shoot the breeze with whoever comes along. If you like a guy who hangs back a bit but still has inner confidence radiating out of him, then a Sigma can be ideal. Change doesn't bother him. Sigma males adapt to change well and don't get overly stressed by typical situations that flummox other people. They can get along well with others without wanting to necessarily be part of the gang, and that translates well into social scenarios. In other words, it's pretty easy for Sigma to move to a new place, change jobs or adapt to a new schedule. Like anybody, he's going to have an adjustment phase. But he's likely less fazed by change and being uprooted than a more sedentary, settled guy. The Sigma is a nomad at heart. He can be happy in one place and settling down, but moving around is in his blood, and he'll be happy to join you on adventures to new locales and destinations. He's direct and doesn't talk too much. If you're looking for a talker and a chatty dude, then a Sigma male isn't for you. He's not necessarily shy, but he doesn't tend to enjoy random chit-chat. He speaks when he has something to say and speaks sincerely. The Sigma male uses his voice as an expression of his true thoughts and emotions. The background work where he processes his feelings and decides what to say is not something he verbalizes. This can be hard if he suddenly pops out of somewhere with a decision, but it can be wonderful if you're tired of guys who treat you like a sounding board and are constantly rambling on for no good reason. He will give you space, and expect it in return. The Sigma male needs space. As I mentioned earlier, he's fine being sociable sometimes, but his sweet spot is alone or in one-on-one situations. There are many times he prefers to be alone with his thoughts and reflects or work on a project he's got going that's self-driven. He's the kind of guy who will give you your space and expect the same in return. Some women can interpret a Sigma male as unfriendly or aloof. He just doesn't like being overly lovey-dovey and communicative, but in bed, he'll still make the sparks fly.